was a hostage inside a rioting prison during the early 70s, 1970, when this is before Attica. All the city prisons were rioting, and I was there again 2 o'clock in the morning, and some cop comes out, and the negotiators had come out, and they said they failed, and this cop says to a couple of reporters, anybody want to go in there? They want to talk to a reporter. Photographer with us. No. But we did, and walked inside. They closed the doors behind me, opened the doors in front, and there was hell. There was hell. I mean, not prisoners, they have done terrible things, but that was hell when they took over, because they're still terrible people. Hey, I know, they're God's children. They, you know, there is hope for everybody. Yeah, sure there is, but not that night. No way. It was hell in there. The first thing I saw was wooden spears being pointed at my eyes, and another one pointed at another part of me, and them telling me just to follow them, and they'll show that the hostage, they had prison guards who were hostages. They'll show that they are okay, and we can take a picture of them. Don't take a picture of any of the prisoners. But this place, we walked over catwalks. The whole thing is burning. The whole thing is full of smoke. The whole thing is full of urine and feces, and it's ugly, and there's screams, and mostly because it's New York, most of the prisoners are black, but I could see the white boys who were prisoners also that were being kept as sex slaves, all with their teeth knocked out, and trying to hide behind bars so they'll get one night of not being raped. It's not a nice place. It was plain old awful. And in the morning, they let me out, and I wrote this story, and it was pretty dramatic. And 2 days later, I went. I was there every night, but 2 days later, I saw police cars, the prison guards, and I don't blame them. This is what they have to do. They came back with homemade shields and winter clothes in the summertime, and police cars, and they brought baseball bats, and police cars pulled up with nightsticks, brand new ones. And nightsticks, you know, made of hickory, but they had lead inside them, so they did a huge amount of damage, giving all the guards the nightsticks, and they went inside, and there was hell. I mean, war is hell. War is a battle. War is terrible. You know, it's been said, but it's more true than any words. And when they came out after the guards won, by that time I had gone up on a warehouse or a factory roof that overlooked the prison yard. And the prison yard is just, there was no grass or anything. It was just a walled-in area, not about twice the size of this room maybe, with very, very high walls, and it's all concrete with a loading bay. And I saw the guards make the prisoners go through a gauntlet and just beat the crap out of them, and beat them until they were basically dead. Threw them off the loading platform until their bodies piled up until they were level with the platform. And I'm alone. Yeah, no notes to take. I'm alone, you know. Another body, no cell phones, no telephones, no anything else. And by this time the riot was over. I don't know if you remember the name John Lindsay. He was the New York mayor who was just like John Kennedy, very handsome, young, nice, good guy. He's in front of the prison saying to a press conference that the riot was over and the guards had taken it back and freed the hostages and no retaliation on them back. That's not true. That's not true at all. So all the cameras turn on me and the microphones turn on me, and this is all live, and I start saying what I'm saying, and the city editor at the Daily News where I'm working was driving over the George Washington Bridge, said he put his foot through the dashboard in the radio. First of all, you don't give away a story. Second of all, I was young and sort of a radical. I was young and sort of a radical. Duh. Third of all, can I prove everything that I'm saying? He was really pissed off. And then I got to the office, and for the first time in my life, I was surrounded by suits. You know, what did you see? How many did you see? Now, it's not like counting to 6. You know, how many guards? Can you identify any of the guards? How many prisoners? And, you know, because they want to believe me, but they can't believe me. I was still 25, I guess, but... and then the bell on the photo desk starts ringing. Okay, this is the bell on the photo desk, bing, bing, bing. So one of them goes over there, comes back with a bunch of pictures that they just got off the wire. I didn't know it, but a floor below me was a photographer for the Associated Press. Everything I had said, there's pictures and pictures and pictures. Now I know this guy saying, write your story, kid. How do you spell prison? And because of that, 12 guards were indicted by a grand jury, and the prison guard union didn't like me at all.